Standing in the Hall of Fame. The world's gonna know your name. Oh, hello. Wow. Excuse me. Sorry. I got so wrapped up in this song I was listening to. I think it's called Hall of Fame. I don't remember who it's by. I think the main thing to know about that song is that it sounds like it was written specifically to be chosen as the theme song for the WWE Hall of Fame ceremony one year. And it made it. Why do I bring up that point? It's because it's about your vision. It's about your intention. And I don't know what happened. I don't know why it happened. And I don't know how. I don't know why. But I'm telling you. Everybody watching, all my morning people. I'm going to be the greatest audiobook narrator in the world of all time. It's going to happen for me, and it's going to take me to new heights. My weird bowl today is weird. Raw cashews. Why raw cashews? Because I bought raw cashews because I tried making vegan queso. Wasn't good. To be fair to the recipe, didn't follow it. And that's probably why it wasn't good. So I got these raw cashews I'm munching on. And among the drench of raw cashew in my weird bowl, little slices of fresh pluot. The plum apricot hybrid, sometimes known as the dinosaur egg plum. It's so good. I love it. All right. I'm fired up. Why? Because I see oh no. Oh no. All right, this is a great time to talk about next week's show. Saturday, October 31st, 2020. Woo! Halloween. Everyone's favorite holiday. If it's not your favorite holiday, what are you even doing here? We're going to have a Halloween show next week. What's it going to be? Well, what a year it's been. Can't go trick-or-treating. Can't go to Halloween parties. But we must put on Halloween costumes and spread joy. I'm sorry if that offends you. I feel like some kind of internet political talker right now, but I'm telling you, you got to celebrate Halloween. You have to remember what death is, and that's what Halloween does in a family-friendly way. It reminds you of death for the good of mankind. You scared of death? Good. Do something about it. Look, if you don't have a Halloween party to go to, if you can't go trick-or-treating, Put on your Halloween costume. Show up to Googy Morning next week. I will be giving candy out to trick-or-treaters like you. So, you know, if you like dressing up like your favorite intellectual property, do that. If you like getting a little bit more creative with it, maybe a concept from folklore that is a little bit more royalty free, do that. If you like dressing up like, I don't know, an emotion or maybe a natural occurrence in the world. Thanks, Andrew from Philly. Philly. Maybe you want to dress up like the wind. Maybe you want to dress up like the sugars and enzymes found in leaves that make them change colors in such a beautiful season as fall. If you really want to dress up like that, okay. I exhausted myself, and I already don't like the, well, I don't want to say I don't like the person that would do that. It's actually, I'd like to see that done. Depressed count. 1, 2, 3 pills. Okay. So that's next week's show. Why did I so frantically move stuff onto the floor? Might have been part of my costume. Might have done some Halloween shopping this week. Okay. So why can't we go trick-or-treating? Why can't we go to a Halloween kegger or a Halloween kegger with weed? We all know it's because of COVID. It's because of the lockdown. It's because it's our patriotic duty to keep each other safe. But if you got to go outside, why not wear a mask? Why not protect yourself and protect your fellow American or wherever, your fellow Englishman, your fellow person living in Thailand? Why not wear a mask that might make someone else smile and it make you smile even though they can't see it? They can see it in your eyes. You want to be smart wearing a mask, but it's okay to be dumb while being smart. And that's why I'm introducing my latest business venture called Dumb Masks. They're masks with dumb things written on them. I only have one so far, but everyone I've shown it to, or everyone every single person I've talked to about this, they laugh. Maybe out of politeness. Maybe because they actually find it funny. I don't know. I found it funny when I thought of it. I have the prototype right here. Here is the first dumb mask. 100% recycled underwear. You put this on your face. At first, you just see this. You see the word recycled. Think, oh, that's, eco-friendly. He's going green. No, I'm going brown and yellow. This is funny. Okay? Now look, I made this mask on Teespring. And look, the elastic loops, they're too tight. This is not a well-made mask. It's well designed, but the it's. Look at this. My ears. It works if I do this, but I'm not always wearing headphones. The headphones will lock it in place. I'm not selling headphones. I'm not B&H, okay? Ow. Thanks, Tef Fidget. Thank you. So look. If the mask is too tight, well, my head's only getting bigger because I've been exercising my brain. Look. Bought this prototype. Doesn't work. I recommend a neck gaiter, you know? The cool thing that goes all the way around your head. Put it above your nose, of course. Doesn't loop the ears. Yeah, Evil Science. Yeah, let's put up this insider info from Evil Science. She works congruently, but not for one of those companies. They're just making shit on the fly. The quality is not so great. This size won't be good. Tell me about it. So look, I don't recommend buying the COVID style ear loop mask unless you got a really tiny head, or if you want to put this on your kid's face if you got kids. You know? But I'm also selling the neck gaiter. You can get your dumb mask at www.tinyurl.com/dumbmask. What about face t-shirts, the fidget? Yeah, that's basically what I'm, yeah. Yeah, you got it. It's a face t-shirt. It's a t-shirt for your face. Who farted is another. I've also, I mean, this would be too much, but I was just thinking of like a, oh, you know what? This is actually a good idea. To do an illustration of like the tidy whitey fly, you know, like, you know, the line that goes down and then there's two. That's going to be the second dumb mask as soon as I learn how to draw. Okay. Yeah, I feel good about that. Okay. All this preamble here, I hope you're okay with the amount of preamble that I'm doing. We're going to get to some really serious preparation for my future career here. This is like the vocal warm-up section, but this is housekeeping. Yes. I'm looking at the chat. It's a little distracting. You guys are funny. It's freaking me out. If you want to hear even more of me outside of this show, I did a podcast. I was a guest on a podcast called You're Missing Out. And it's like it's a film podcast hosted by Mike Natali. And he picks movies from, what is it, the American Film Registry, what it was, the Library of Congress thing, where they pick movies of relevance and quality to be preserved in the Library of Congress. And the movie that he picked for me was Modern Times by Charlie Chaplin. And I watched it for the first time. I had never even seen it before. But I watched Modern Times and we talked about it on the show. He had me on because I like doing my, my clown thing with clown. He brings up clown a lot. So if you want to hear me talk about the process and how it melded with my thoughts on Modern Times, I had a good time on that show. And it's well produced and it was well hosted. And I thought we had a really good conversation. And watch Modern Times. Watch Charlie Chaplin. And you know what? Fuck it. This show is sponsored by Jeff Bezos. Watch Borat 2. Did you not see Borat 2? Look, I don't care what anybody thinks. Sacha Baron Cohen. Look. Sacha Baron Cohen, Mel Brooks, Groucho Marx, Charlie Chaplin. I think that's a lineage of outspoken, righteous, so funny, goofy, ridiculous, anti-fascist clowns. What a lineage. What a time to be alive where we can see Borat 2 for free if you pay enough money to Jeff Bezos to see Borat 2 for free. But that's my recommendation of the week. Also, I'm really excited for the Eric Andre show, season 5. Oh man, I'm excited for that. Okay. If you love this show and you're feeling a little flush and you're feeling a little generous, you can contribute to this show. You can contribute to Planet Scum to keep this whole operation rolling. You'll be helping me. You'll be helping the people behind the scenes. You'll be helping Hex, Bryson, Jess, Forrest. You'll be helping Gethard's self-esteem. You'll be helping me. You'll be giving me money to do this show that I love to do for you. I'm trying to make the show more inclusive. That's why I asked for your submissions this week. I want this to be more of an exchange. If you feel like taking part in that exchange beyond participating and in the lovely chat that you are keeping afloat, you can send me a little contribution. There are incentives. I could send you a little song. I could send you stickers. I could send you a postcard, or we could watch The Irishman together. And also, this is important because I've gotten some lovely messages via email forwarded to me, messages of thanks for doing the show, and I really, really appreciate those. I want to take some time to respond to those if you sent me those, because they've been really nice and heartfelt. Make me feel good for doing this show. Thank you. But if you're not sending an email to googymorning@gmail.com to let me know the money that the amount of money that you've sent to the show, those emails, the PayPal notifications don't come directly to me. But what does come directly to me are the emails to googymorning@gmail.com to let me know that you've sent a little money to the show. And you got to let me know if you want that postcard, if you want those stickers, if you want a song. I'm more than happy to give that to you because I'm very grateful for your generosity, keeping this operation possible. How much for an 8x10 squiggle drawing? Email me. Let's figure something out. Yeah, I don't have 8x10 paper right now, but I do have 17x11 or 17x11.5. Big poster. I don't know. We'll figure something out. I could cut one down to 8x10 if you just want that. It's easily frameable. I get it. Okay. Finally, before we get to my future as the next, or possibly even the first great audiobook narrator that the world has ever seen, we now have a recurring segment on this show for the next, I'm going to say 8 weeks, I think. As some of you may know from last week, about 9 years ago, I didn't go home for Christmas. Sorry to my family. What I did do is I sat in my tiny room under my loft bed like a monster, and I rolled a joint from some very old weed, but I'm a lightweight, so it really did a number on me. And I started recording videos about how sad, lonely, and high I was. So, presenting to you this is the next installment of High on Christmas. Okay, and as is custom, I haven't watched these videos in years, so this is just, so we'll see what this is. Almost 2 minutes of 22-year-old Riley. Here we go.
I was doing an impression of someone, and I went, "You don't get it. You don't get it. And I was like, this seems like a fake impression. Like no one would actually do this while saying you don't get it. But I was thinking, no, I know someone who talks like that with their hands. So I was doing a really good impression of someone that I couldn't remember who it was. I was just doing it over and over again, and every time it got more specific. The way my face, like what this person's face must be shaped like.
What an
Like
actor.
my hand, like I was really getting in the mind of someone who would talk with their hands this. You don't get it. Talk with their hands this much. You don't get it. You don't get it. And then I remembered this was a line in a video, but it wasn't. It was the delivery of the line I had right, but the actual line was nobody here knows. You see, his hand is different when he says it. Because I'm remembering more and more about this line that he had in this video. Nobody here knows. That might not be the exact line.
Then what are you talking about?
Quote him verbatim.
Verbatim, yes.
And I'm holding back a sneeze, which is, I think I'm just gonna have to surrender to it. No.
Okay. Whew. Nobody here knows. You don't get it. What kind of line is that? Nobody here knows. You don't get it. So don't worry. I guess that's what you would say to someone having anxiety about their spelling bee or a math equation. Nobody here knows. You don't get it. So don't worry. I really wish I sneezed in that video. Oh well. Okay. All this preamble, all of this distraction, all of this bullshit. I've had it. I've been delaying the rest of my life eating these snacks, painting these flowers, balloons, whatever they are, letting my hair grow. You don't get it. I'm not afraid. I've never been less afraid in my life. And yeah, I know Halloween's coming. I don't give a damn. Skeleton jumps out at me. Witch flies around my house on a broomstick. Ghost rises up out of the floor. No. Nothing is stopping me. I'm looking directly into the camera. Nothing is stopping me from becoming the greatest audiobook narrator in the world. I have my good mic. No more of this bad mic crap. We had our fun. I went for a run today. Got my good breathing in. I'm feeling very together. I have my high quality headphones. I can't even hear my voice through, so probably just wear them on one ear. DJs wear their headphones on one ear. They know something I don't know. I'm willing to learn. Already I can hear my voice better. I know I'm supposed to keep the mic this far away. Radical dude. Hang loose. Yep, that's good. All right. I have lots of tools at my disposal. I'm having future visions. And most importantly, I have you to thank me. I have your help. I have your assistance, and I have your belief in me to propel me into the stratosphere, into another realm of greatness. So the producers here at Googy Morning were kind enough to put together a Google Doc of all of your suggestions. And we're still taking suggestions. If you want to get on the Planet Scum Discord, I believe you can use the hashtag #ReadThisRiley. And I guess it would be most helpful for you to paste a link to what you want me to read, the text of what you want me to read, so that they could share that link with me in the doc. Or wait, let me hear from them. Yeah, Bryson. Yeah, I'm going to need you to count me down. Yeah. All right. Maybe that's a sign that we just got to get this thing going. We'll find out if you really need to share something with me for me to read. We'll find a way. But man, it's been a half hour. My voice is warm. I got my water. Okay. Here we go. Yeah. It's good water. I hope you're drinking water too. Okay. So, Bryson, are you there?
Yeah, are you ready to take this?
Yeah, I'm gonna. Okay, this first submission for reading material is from Susie. So yeah, I haven't read any of this before, so I think is that information that you need to know, Bryson?
No.
Or no?
No, we're ready to go if you are. I'll count you down. Ready?
Yes.
All right, and in 3, 2, 1.
Let's say you've got a chocolate. Now that's one chocolate. Let's say you've got one chocolate, and you take your chocolate and you cut it in half. What do you have? Bryson, can we take that from the top?
Yeah, of course. Okay.
I stuttered.
Am I?
Yeah.
And in 3, 2, 1.
Let's say you've got a chocolate. Now that's one chocolate. Let's say you've got one chocolate and you take your chocolate and you cut it in half. What do you have? What do you have now that you've taken one chocolate and cut it in half? You have two chocolates. You've taken your one chocolate and made it two chocolates. From your meager chocolate beginnings, you are beginning to approach a proper chocolate bounty. You had one chocolate, you cut it in half, and now you have two chocolates. That's a chocolate. Okay.
Great, we got it.
Got it? Okay. I felt good about that. Yeah. Jess loves this. That's a good sign. Okay. Yes, Andy, yeah, this is tap water. Just wanted, I know you were asking. Thank you for the good take. Yeah, and yes, this is tap water. All right, that was. I don't know if Susie wrote that. It's a good joke. I don't know what that's from. I think it looks like a screenshot from an iPhone note. So I'm guessing she may have written that, or I don't know. That was good. Okay. I think we got to keep this train moving. We got to get momentum going. All right. So I'm gonna read a passage from submitted by Larry Viscara. This is from So Long and Thanks for All the Fish, which is I believe the second or third book in the Hitchhiker's Guide trilogy. Here we go.
All right, ready. And in 3, 2, 1.
Nothing so simple. Nothing anything like so straightforward. On its world, the people are people. The leaders are lizards. The people hate the lizards and the lizards rule the people. Odd, said Arthur. I thought you said it was a democracy. I did, said Ford. It is. So, said Arthur, hoping he wasn't sounding ridiculously obtuse, why don't the people get rid of the lizards? It honestly doesn't occur to them, said Ford. They've all got the vote, so they all pretty much assume that the government they've voted in more or less approximates to the government they want. You mean they actually vote for the lizards? Oh, yes, said Ford with a shrug. Of course. But, said Arthur, going for the big one again, why? Because if they didn't vote for a lizard, said Ford, the wrong lizard might get in. Got any gin? What? I said, said Ford, with an increasing air of urgency creeping into his. And
Right.
that's where the photo was cut off. Suspense.
Riley, sorry, I was cut off there. That was great. I thought that was really great. I just want to combine two notes that we were receiving from the chat. Andy Blandy said, shouldn't you be doing this in a British accent? And then Fidget, if we just wanted to compound these, said, I think more chewing would help, but it was great.
Okay.
So you ready to take it from the top? Just take those two notes. Have fun with it.
Okay.
All right. From the top, 3, 2, 1.
Nothing so simple. Nothing like. Sorry, can we take that again?
Yeah, absolutely. Back to 1.
Yep.
3, 2, 1.
Nothing so simple. Fuck. No, that wasn't good. Let's try again.
All right, roll back tape. And in 3, 2, 1.
Nothing so simple. Nothing, anything like so straightforward on this world. The people are people. The leaders are lizards. The people hate the lizards and the lizards rule the people. Odd, said Arthur. I thought you said it was a democracy. I did, said Ford. It is. So, said Arthur, hoping he wasn't sounding ridiculously obtuse, why don't the people get rid of the lizards? It honestly doesn't occur to them, said Ford. They've all got the vote, so they all pretty much assume that the government they voted in more or less approximates to the government they want. So you mean they actually vote for the lizard? Oh yes, said Ford with a shrug. Of course. But, said Arthur, going in for the big one again, why? Because if they didn't vote for the lizard, said Ford, the wrong lizard might get in. Got any gin? What? I said, said Ford, with an increasing air of urgency creeping into his. And that's it.
Great. All right, moving on.
Okay. I can't stop chewing now. Okay. I can do this without chewing. I can't rely on anything as a crutch. Nothing is a crutch. Put that on a mask. Actually, don't. Nothing is a crutch with a picture of a crutch. That's the new, this is not a pipe. All right. All right, this next piece was submitted by Boo. To be fair, I don't know if it's pronounced boo, as in ghost, or the thing you say to a bad guy at a wrestling show when you're seated very far away. Or if it's boohoo, because it's spelled B-H-O-O. It could be like, ghee, the dairy product. Ghee, boohoo, boohoo, ghee. Go to a Halloween party, do a little boohoo geeing. All right. I'm having too much fun. Or no. Okay. Okay. This piece, located on the SCP Foundation Wiki, Secure, Contain, Protect, is called Big Egg. Big Egg. Thank you, Boohoo, for Big Egg.
All right, we ready to take this?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, let's.
Do you want to just do a portion therein, or?
No, I think I got to do the whole thing.
Great. All right. And if you're ready, in 3, 2, 1.
Item number SCP-Big Egg. Object class Keter. Special containment procedures. SCP-Big Egg is to kept in a specially manufactured Big Egg carton located in Egg Observation Site 77. Any and all changes are to be immediately... Can we take that again?
Yeah, just go back like a sentence. We got the rest of it. It was great.
Okay. Any... Are you going to count me in?
3, 2, 1.
Any and all changes are to be immediately reported to the site director, who has the Egg authority to call down Mobile Task Force Row 19 Egg, the frying pan, to dispatch or terminate SCP-Big Egg using several jumbo industrial-sized vats of big balsamic vinegar. Sorry.
Yeah, let's take that back. And Riley, we can take the first portion that you've already read, and we can.
I'm just. Can we just do a Can we just? I'm just gonna say the last portion. We could cut it in together.
Yeah. Well, what I was gonna say is we're getting a note from the chat that this should be more robotic, which I think thematically the client needs for their purposes. This is more of like an informational piece.
Okay.
So if you can give it to us more robotic, we can take the portion you've already read. We can make it robotic in post.
You can roboticize that? Okay.
Yeah, but you can save us some rendering time by just doing it more robotic from this point.
Okay, sounds good.
All right. And in 3, 2, 1.
Any and all changes are to be immediately reported to the site director, who has the Egg authority to call down Mobile Task Force Row 19 Egg, the frying pan, to dispatch or terminate SCP-Big Egg using several jumbo industrial-sized vats of big balsamic vinegar. Description: SCP-Big Egg is an undefined... SCP-Big Egg is an Description: SCP-Big Description: SCP-Big Egg is an unidentifiable object masked by an anti-mimetic egg field, which prevents any and all sapient breakfast consumers from perceiving it or the situation surrounding it in any other way than Big Egg. A mild yet big semantic egg property prevents SCP-Big Egg from being referred to as any other official, proper, or big designation. Visually, SCP-Big Egg appears to be a big egg, complete with appropriate egg parts such as shell, membrane, white and yolk, all of which have been appropriately upscaled to the correct big to be fitting for Big Egg. It was at one point a much smaller Big Egg, but has since increased in big since then. It was at one point a much smaller big egg, but has since increased in big since then. Limited research conducted using monastic egg drugs has suggested that Big Egg's true form might be an obese, naked man who has been observed running throughout the facility yelling, "It worked. They'll never know I'm not Big Egg." These claims are in dispute, as a battery of scientific tests have shown SCP Big Egg to only be a bird egg of unusual big. Reports of egging, bigging, and general mayhem throughout the Foundation related to SCP-Big Egg are to be roundly ignored, as its egg properties of big and egg roundly preclude these possibilities. There we go. Thank you, Boohoo. Man, that took a little bit out of me. Okay, thank you, Boohoo. Thank you, Boohoo. It behooves me to thank you, Boohoo. Wow. I don't know what that was. But, hey, I'm a free agent. I'm an independent contractor. A lot of my robot voice inspiration comes from you'll know I'm bullshitting right away because do you guys ever listen to the Hives? You know the band The Hives? They're from Sweden. They're a Swedish band. And I'm a big fan, and I think like sometime in like 2009 or something, they came out with the Black and White album. I'm kind of dressed like the Hives right now. Haha, that's kind of funny. But they were doing like these behind the scenes interviews about the album, and they have these Swedish accents. And one of the funniest things I ever heard anyone say is Howlin' Pell Almqvist, when he was talking about the time the Hives went to Tennessee to record a song with, I think, Pharrell Williams. The first thing Howlin' Pelle says about Tennessee goes, "Yeah, we had a great time in Tennessee. We rode over a snake with a bicycle." And that has put a smile on my face for 10 years. We rode over a snake with a bicycle. The snake was fine. And I feel like just that line has influenced my robot voice for years. I rode over a snake with a bicycle. Just the flow of it. I rode over a snake with a bicycle. You just make it a little bit more monotone. But the rhythm of it, I'm obsessed with. We rode over a snake with a bicycle. The snake was fine. Okay. Maybe I'll talk to my one Swedish friend about that. Lena. She doesn't watch this show. She's Elena's friend. She's not really. She's my friend too. We're friendly, but I think I'll have to ask Elena if I could talk to Lena. I don't know. Okay. Thanks, Andrew from Philly. Philly. All right. Let's roll over another snake with a bicycle. What do we have next? Okay. Let's. Bryson, are you there?
Yeah, Riley.
I think we're going to go with Scary Mary next. Is that right?
Perfect.
Okay. Okay.
All right. Do you have any questions on this one, or you want to just take it?
No, I feel like I've been preparing for this for a long time.
All right. And in 3, 2, 1.
Santana lyrics. Smooth, featuring Rob Thomas. Man, it's a hot one. Like 7 inches from the midday sun. Well, I hear you whisper, and the words melt everyone. But you stay so cool. My muñequita. My Spanish Harlem Mona Lisa. You're my reason for reason. Step in my groove, yeah. And if you said, this life isn't... Sorry, can we take that again?
Absolutely. And in 3, 2, 1.
And if you said, this life ain't good enough, I would give my world to lift you up. I could change my life to better suit your mood, because you're so smooth. And it's just like the ocean under the moon. It's the same as the emotion that I get from you. You've got the kind of loving that can be so smooth, yeah. Give me your heart, make it real, or else forget about it. Well, I'll tell you one thing. If you would leave, it'd be a crying shame. In every breath and every word, I hear your name calling me out. Well, I'm from the barrio. You hear my rhythm on your radio. You feel the turning of the world so soft and slow, turning you round and round. And if you said, this life ain't good enough, I would give my world to lift you up. I could change my life to better suit your mood because you're so smooth. And it's just like the ocean under the moon. It's the same as the emotion I get from you. You've got the kind of loving that can be so smooth, yeah. Give me your heart, make it real, or else forget about it. Or else forget about it. Or else forget about it. Oh, let's don't forget about it. Give me your heart, make it real. Let's don't forget about it. 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 Let's don't forget about it.
And we're out.
Okay. Thank you, Scary Mary, for that suggestion. Any notes?
People in the chat were asking to add a little suspense. Scary Mary herself was asking that Smooth should have more emotion to it. If you wanted to do a reading maybe of... I mean, this is an audiobook, so there's no such thing as a chorus, but if you wanted to take the chorus again, just with a little more emotion.
More emotion. Is suspenseful emotion?
Suspenseful emotion.
Okay, I can do that. Let's see
All right,
here.
you ready?
No, I gotta open the tab. Okay, here it is. Okay.
All right, and in 3, 2, 1.
And it's just like the ocean under the moon. It's the same as the emotion that I get from you. You got the kind of loving that can be so smooth. Yeah. Give me your heart. Make it real. Or else forget about it.
All right, we got it.
Okay.
In Scary Mary's words, there we go. You got it.
There we go. Okay. Thank you for challenging me in that way. I feel like we both got a lot out of that.
Riley, I think the next piece we have for you is a perfect follow-up.
Okay, this is from Susie. Okay. Great. All right, I'm ready to go.
All right, and in 3, 2, 1.
Gangrene. Symptoms and causes. Overview. Gangrene refers to the death of body tissue due to either lack of blood flow or a serious bacterial infection. Gangrene commonly affects the extremities, including your toes, fingers, and limbs, but it can also occur in your muscles and internal organs. Your chances of developing gangrene are higher if you have an underlying condition that can damage your blood vessels and affect blood flow, such as diabetes or hardened arteries. Atherosclerosis. Can we take that again?
Yeah. 3, 2, 1.
Atherosclerosis. Okay, got to take that again.
3, 2, 1.
Atherosclerosis. Treatments for gangrene include surgery to remove the dead tissue, antibiotics, and hyperbaric oxygen therapy. The prognosis for recovery is better if gangrene is identified early and treated quickly. Symptoms. When gangrene affects your skin, signs and symptoms may include skin discoloration, ranging from pale to blue, purple, black, bronze, or red, depending on the type of gangrene you have. Swelling, or the formation of blisters filled with fluid on the skin. A clear line between healthy and damaged skin. Sudden, severe pain followed by a feeling of numbness. A foul-smelling discharge leaking from a sore. Thin, shiny skin, or skin without hair. Skin that feels cool or cold to the touch. If you have Sorry, can we take that one more time? I'm gonna put a little stank on this.
Yeah, put some stank on it. All right,
Okay,
just
thanks.
give us a second to reset here. And in 3, 2, 1.
If you have a type of gangrene that affects tissues beneath the surface of your skin, such as gas gangrene or internal gangrene, you may notice that the affected tissue is swollen and very painful. You're running a low-grade fever and generally feel unwell. A condition called septic shock can occur if a bacterial infection that originated in the gangrenous tissue spreads throughout your body. Signs and symptoms of septic shock include low blood pressure, fever, possibly, though temperature may also run lower than the normal 98.6 Fahrenheit or 37 Celsius. Rapid heart rate, lightheadedness, shortness of breath, confusion. When to see a doctor. Gangrene is a serious condition and needs immediate treatment. Call your doctor right away if you have persistent, unexplained pain in any area of your body along with one or more of the following signs and symptoms. Persistent fever, skin changes, including discoloration, warmth, swelling, blisters or lesions that won't go away. A foul-smelling discharge leaking from a sore. Sudden pain at the site of a recent surgery or trauma. Skin that's pale, hard, cold, and numb.
Stanky.
Thank you.
All right. I think we got it. Chat saying this might be my favorite voice so far.
Thanks, babe.
This is the stank it needed, like a Mountain Dew commercial.
Mm-hmm. I think that would get the youth involved and ultimately more informed about gangrene.
Yeah, I think we got it. You want to move on to the next one?
Yes, this would be from the trash can.
Yeah, and in fact, if you wanted to just take the first paragraph on that,
yeah, okay,
as opposed to
the entire book.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. This really is the whole book. Wow, that's funny.
Do we want to possibly ask the chat beforehand for maybe some approach notes?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I do.
Let's give the chat a second to send in some notes for Riley for this next reading. Riley, do you want to tell the people about incentives while we wait for them?
Yeah. Hey, if you're enjoying the show so far, if you've been enjoying the show for, must be 20 weeks now, please feel free to contribute to this show with a little bit of your money. We offer incentives such as personalized improvised songs that I will send straight to you. I have a sticker duo. That's 2 stickers that were designed by close, loving friends of mine of my characters, Klon and Vacation Jason. I can send you a handmade postcard. This is a postcard I made with paint, and I drew my little design, and then I carved it into a stamp. I hand stamped that onto a postcard, write a little thank you message, send it to you. And then, of course, because this is Planet Scum, there's a little running gag going on where if you give any one Planet Scum show $1,500, we get to watch The Irishman together. The Martin Scorsese Netflix original epic, The Irishman. I would love to be the first Planet Scum show to watch along The Irishman with you. Yeah. And be sure to email me at googymorning@gmail.com after you've made your contribution to let me know that you'd like your postcard or your stickers or your song or The Irishman. Thank you. Thank you all. And, okay.
All right, Riley, I've got some notes from our producers in the chat.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, it's Dot says, this time I want you to be strong.
Okay.
And let's see. I think this is from the person that submitted this reading. Miloshka says, just go stupid on the intensity, honestly.
Okay.
And then let's just add in Andy Blandy's balance your water bottle on your head as you read it.
Strong, intense. Okay.
All right, are you ready?
I'm almost there, yeah. Okay. God, I had a friend in high school who had a flat part of his head. Part of his skull was just totally flat. Ooh. I wish I had that right now.
All right, and then 3, 2, 1.
Herbert West, Reanimator. Oh wait, that's not strong enough. That's not strong enough. Sorry, I'm focusing on the water bottle too much. Maybe my temple. Oh God. Sorry, this is gonna be a little time consuming.
We're gonna stop tape just for a second.
Yeah, please. Don't waste the tape on this. Fuck. Can someone in the chat find a book or an article on how to balance a water bottle so I could read that? All right. I'm sorry to get upset. Maybe, what could I do? What could I do? How could I? All right, this is going to have to do.
2, 1.
Herbert West, Reanimator, by H.P. Lovecraft. 1. From the dark. Of Herbert West, who was my friend in college and in afterlife. I can speak only with extreme terror. This terror is not due altogether to the sinister manner of his recent disappearance, but was engendered by the whole nature of his life work, and first gained its acute form more than 17 years ago, when we were in the 3rd year of our course at the Miskatonic University Medical School in Arkham. When he was with me, the wonder and diabolism of his experiments fascinated me utterly, and I was his closest companion. Now that he is gone, the spell is broken. The actual fear is greater. Memories and possibilities are even more hideous than realities.
Okay, great. We got it. How'd you feel about that, Riley?
Not my best. But I'm gonna. That's the best I can do for that.
Okay.
I'm not going. Well, I'm conflicted here because I want to be the greatest audiobook narrator in the world. I know I'm going to be. But this is getting into like back into my past life, circus performer kind of stuff. No. I don't need that. I don't need that for audiobook recording.
Well, I think the producers in the chat were just trying to keep you on your toes.
That's fine. That's fine. I'm just letting them know that there has to be a communication back and forth. That intensity fired me up too. Reading that way, I got into character.
That's great. Our next reading is can be rather intense. This might seem like nepotism, but it is from me. It was a suggestion that I submitted.
That's fine. So this is okay. Oh no, that's I clicked the wrong thing. Okay. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You just want me to read the everything before it says chapter 2?
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay.
If anything.
And you want me to? Is accuracy important to you, like in terms of the vocal performance?
I think accuracy is important, especially for at least the attempted dialogue portions.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? Let's pick it up from the third paragraph,
Okay.
starting with Vader.
Got it.
All right, and in 3, 2, 1.
Vader, once again showing his sensitive side, the big softy, was pretty upset about the whole thing. He wanted to ride to the hospital with me. Of course, being shaken up about it would not prevent him from claiming for years that he had been the man who tore Cactus Jack's ear off. Too Cold Scorpio offered to show me my ear in the plastic bag. I declined. Emergency medical technicians prepared to take me to the hospital. But wait, something was missing. I couldn't leave yet. The event needed to be recorded for posterity. We needed a camera. I grabbed an English photographer named Colin, and he snapped about a dozen photos of the gruesome injury. If you look closely at the photos, you could detect a gleam in my eye and just the slightest hint of a smile. I hopped into the Krankenwagen, or ambulance, and headed for the Kranken house, or hospital. Amazingly, we were denied access to the first hospital. Luckily, there was room at the second, and I hopped out, but not after uttering a German sentence that probably had never been used before, and possibly will never been used before, and possibly will never be used again. Vergessen Sie nicht, bitte, mein Ohr in der Plastiktasche zu bringen. Or please don't forget to bring my ear in the plastic bag. A plastic surgeon was called, and he gave me some unfortunate news. I should mention at this point that I had the utmost confidence that the wonders of medical science would enable him to sew my ear on in no time. After all, John Wayne Bobbitt had been sewed up, right? Oh, but I guess that wasn't an ear. Anyway, the surgeon explained to me that unlike an ear that had been cut off and would be relatively easy to repair, mine had more or less been pushed off my head and had been too badly destroyed to salvage. There was hope, however. I underwent a 4-hour operation during which all the cartilage from the missing ear was removed and placed in a man-made pocket an inch above my remaining lobe. By doing this, the cartilage would remain vital for a reconstructive operation somewhere down the road. And yes, I am at this very moment feeling that lump of stored cartilage like a play toy that I'll never misplace. After the operation, one of the Krankenschwesters, or nurses, showed me the remains of my ear, except by now, without my cartilage, it looked like a giant skin flap. Kind of like a cheese on a pizza that's been sitting out at room temperature. I asked her if I could have it Ich möchte mein Ohrju haben. She looked at me as if I just farted in church, pinched her nose with her fingers, and replied that the ear would become schmutzig, or dirty and smelly. Now that's a hell of a thing to say to something as near and dear as my ear. But as I searched in vain for the German word for formaldehyde, the Krankenschwester did something, the image of which would haunt me for months. She calmly stepped on the foot paddle that lifted the lid of the medical waste basket, and with a flick of her wrist, disposed my former ear forevermore. She then turned to me, and with the inquiring eyes of a child, said, Der Catch ist alles Schauspiel, ja? Or, isn't wrestling fake? Welcome to my world, the world of professional wrestling, where fact is often stranger than fiction, and the line between the two keeps getting tougher and tougher to distinguish.
You're a pro. You're a pro.
Now, I want to ask you about this.
Yeah.
I feel like my Mick Foley impression is heavily dependent on his performance as Mankind.
Yeah.
And that isn't necessarily his author's voice. Do you have any opinion on that?
You are, when that voice is you speaking from the boiler room, I feel.
Yeah. Yeah.
And, we may need a version that's you speaking, from his commissioner's desk in a forklift.
Yeah, it's kind of more grizzled. It's more together. Let's circle back around to that.
Later or right now?
Later.
Okay, yeah, you got it.
Yeah.
I will say that the chat seemingly stopped while you were reading that. I don't know if people were just at a loss for words.
Wrestling is I can't think of the word right now. Divisive. It's, it do want us do love. No.
Let's go to the next one. We'll circle back and maybe do some pickups on that one.
Cool. Sounds good. Up next, I believe this is from the You're Missing Out podcast.
Yeah.
Okay. This is the final speech from the great dictator. It's pretty long. Let's do it. Yeah.
You want to do the whole thing?
I think I do.
Okay.
It's not as long as I thought it was. Okay, here we go. Just got to highlight this. Okay.
Okay, do you want to do this as Dude Love?
Yeah.
All right. And in 3, 2, 1.
Ooh, I'm sorry, but I don't want to be an emperor. That's not my business. I don't want to rule or conquer anyone. I should like to help everyone, if possible. Jew, Gentile, black man, white. We all want to help one another. Human beings are like that. We want to live by each other's happiness, not by each other's misery. We don't want to hate and despise one another. In this world, there is room for everyone, and the good earth is rich and can provide for everyone. The way of life can be free and beautiful, but we have lost the way. Greed has poisoned men's souls, has barricaded the world with hate, has goose-stepped us into misery and bloodshed. We have developed speed, but we have shut ourselves in. Machinery that gives us abundance has left us in want. Our knowledge has made us cynical. Our cleverness hard and unkind. We think too much and feel too little. More than machinery, we need humanity. More than cleverness, we need kindness and gentleness. Without these qualities, life will be violent and all will be lost. The aeroplane and the radio have brought us closer together. The very nature of these inventions cries out for the goodness in men, cries out for the universal brotherhood, for the unity of us all. Even now, my voice is reaching millions throughout the world, millions of despairing men, women, and little children, victims of a system that makes men torture and imprison innocent people. To those who can hear me, I say, do not despair. The misery that is now upon us is but the passing of greed, the bitterness of men who fear the way of human progress. The hate of men will pass, and dictators die, and the power they took from the people will return to the people. So long as men die, liberty will never perish. Soldiers, don't give yourselves to brutes, men who despise you, enslave you, who regiment your lives, tell you what to do, what to think, and what to feel, who drill you, diet you, treat you like cattle, use you as cannon fodder. Don't give yourselves to these unnatural men with machine minds and machine hearts. You are not machines. You are not cattle. You are men. You have the love of humanity in your hearts. You don't hate. Only the unloved hate. The unloved and the unnatural. Soldiers, don't fight for slavery. Fight for liberty. In the 17th chapter of St. Luke it is written, "The kingdom of God is within man." Not one man, nor a group of men, but in all men, in you. You, the people, have the power to create machines, the power to create happiness. You, the people, have the power to make this life free and beautiful, to make this life a wonderful adventure. Then, in the name of democracy, let us use that power. Let us all unite. Let us fight for a new world, a decent world that will give men a chance to work, that will give youth a future and old age a security. By the promise of these things, brutes have risen to power, but they lie. They do not fulfill that promise. They never will. Dictators free themselves, and they enslave the people. Now let us fight to fulfill that promise. Let us fight to free the world, to do away with national barriers, to do away with greed, with hate and intolerance. Let us fight for a world of reason, a world where science and progress will lead all men's happiness. Soldiers, in the name of democracy, let us all unite. Oh, have mercy.
Great, and I love your little flourish at the end.
I don't know if that was really the most influential Dude Love footage for me is the in fact, if we could bring this up, Hex, it's just the Titantron video of Dude Love. It's more his physicality for me than his voice. I should go back and hear some Dude Love promos and do some research there. That's my bad.
Well, we can bring it up sans music and admire the physicality.
I can do the music.
Can't wait. The chat is saying excellent read. Oh yeah, here you go.
Da do da do da do da do da. Hey, 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 do. Hey, 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 hey. Da do da do da do. Hey, 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 hey. Dude love. I don't know. Yeah. You could go, go watch that on YouTube, see how accurate that was. I think that was pretty accurate. Dude love, major influence. I'd say maybe as close to God. Okay. Little revision here. Charlie Chaplin, Groucho Marx, Mel Brooks, Mick Foley, Sacha Baron Cohen. I guess Daniel Bryan is probably the closest that we have to a Charlie Chaplin in wrestling these days. Correct me if I'm wrong here, but
Are we saying performers that fight fascism?
it's tough to be under contract for the WWE and fight fascism.
But I feel Sami Zayn is the closest.
Sami Zayn, yes. Yeah. And there's a lot of comedic influence there. Yeah, that's a really good call. Plus, like, his outspoken and actual, like, the work that he does as a humanitarian. Yeah, very good call there. Does Sami Zayn have a book yet? I'd like to read that.
That would be great. I just wanted to let you know, Riley, as far as producers' notes, we received very few, if any, at all with that last reading. That was probably one of our strongest readings so far.
Okay, I will agree.
You want to move to the next one?
Let's see. I'm enjoying the. Let's just bring up this Eric Germ comment. Let's talk about this for a second. Daniel Bryan's run as Planet's champion lends credence. Got rid of the WWE champ leather belt, replaced it with hemp, and the blood diamonds with crystals. Yeah, that ruled. Yeah, dream guest. Mick Foley, Daniel Bryan, Sami Zayn. Me, right? Yeah. That'll be fun. Nice little round table with the wrestling weirdos. Hey, how good is Colt Cabana doing on AEW, by the way? Okay, this is not about that. We got work to do.
Friend of the show.
Friend of the show, Colt Cabana. Okay. This next piece was submitted by Steph, also known as the waitress from Robot in a Restaurant.
Riley, I do just want to bring your attention to the fact that these sides at the very top, it says that the type is comedic. I want you to just take some of these notes. The character, it says Amanda Beckett, smart, funny, and not just another pretty face. So I want you to just take all of that with you.
Not just another pretty face. Well, that's going to be hard to relate to, but I'll do my best. I am a professional actor after all.
You let me know when you're ready.
I'm ready.
All right, and in 3, 2, 1.
Well, I mean, I know why I started dating him. I just don't know why I did it for so long. It's just, at first it was also unbelievable, you know? At my old junior high, I was like always just this little nobody. And then I came to Huntington, freshman year, and Mike Dexter wanted to date me. And I was like suddenly Miss Popular, and I know it's really lame, but, well, it felt really good. And it was the first time I ever felt cool in my life. Please, it was the first time I ever had a boyfriend. And that's the problem. I want more. And Mike's still the same person, and now he was... Sorry, let me take that again. And that's the problem. I want more, and Mike's still the same person now that he was then. mooning the guy at the drive-thru window and giving the underclassmen wedgies. Though who says I even deserve more anyway, you know? I mean, I did stay with him for 4 years. If being friends with those people was so much more important than being happy, then I guess I've already gotten what I deserve. I know what people think of me, okay? I mean, Mike's a total D, and I am so guilty by association. And I really do wish things were different. I swear I do. I mean, I would love it if I thought there was somebody out there who hadn't already formed an opinion of me based on who I've been. But somebody I could start again with. But maybe there isn't. Anybody.
Andrew from Philly saying this is a very convincing reading.
That was from the movie Can't Hardly Wait. Thank you, Andy Blandies. Yes,
Yeah, in fact, Riley, let's just take the last maybe paragraph of that, and just as sort of a juxtaposition from the content of the reading, if you could just, while you're reading, make your face as disturbing as possible.
Okay.
You let me know when you're ready.
Okay. I have an idea. I'm ready.
All right, and in 3, 2, 1.
I know what people think of me, okay? I mean, Mike's a total D. And I'm so guilty by association. And I really do think you're different. I swear I do. I mean, I would love as if I were there and somebody out there who hadn't already formed an opinion of me based on who I've been. Somebody I could start again with. But maybe there isn't anybody.
Okay, I believe we got it. Great work, Riley. You're a pro.
Thank you. Classic. Never fails. Okay.
Oh, this next one's good, Riley.
Is it? Oh, this is from Local Unknown. Another friend of the show. Maybe even, like, special friend of the show, you know? Okay.
And Riley, I just want you to be as accurate as possible on this one.
Okay.
Let me know when you're ready.
I'm ready.
All right, and in 3, 2, 1.
Interior, conference center stage, night. Brian Funglehead is fumbling around with a mobile phone. He steps forward. Okay, Brian, you are live. 5? All right, 5 to live, everyone. All right, we've got 5 minutes to live. I'm very excited to display my new product to you all. I know you just can't wait to see it, and it's just gonna be a hell of a night. It's going to be a hell of a night. That's the kind of CEO I am, I say it. So just so you know, I'm a busy guy, I'm a billionaire. I do a lot of little bit of mental and vocal prep over here. Don't mind me. We'll get this thing going in just a minute. Does that sound good? All right. Shut up. Brian moves slightly stage left and performs vocal exercises for several seconds using the word clon and a variation of the do-re-mi scale. Afterwards, he picks up a mirror and speaks to himself. All right, Brian, this is your success story. You are Brian Funglehead, the biggest genius on planet Earth and the creator of the most revolutionary product known to man. Your genius brain has lit the fuse that's going to set this world in a blaze of glory. Show the world your greatness. Do whatever it takes. Do what you have to do. Do you want the good life? Do you want the money, the cars, the fame? Damn right you do. So do what you have to do and destroy the competition. Take your empty lot in life and crush it. Crush it under the size of your giant fungal-head brain. You deserve this. You are a genius. You are a living legend. You are a big, strong, powerful guy. And you are hot. And you are a totally hot guy. Oh gosh. Oh my gosh, what an idiot. All right, Brian. Get it together. Brian drops his mirror. It shatters. Oh no, my mirror! Brian, you are live. You've been live for minutes. Brian turns around and laughs. Ha ha ha! Well, then let's get the show on the road. All right. We've got a 5-second countdown to lights and music. Guys, go on my count. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
That's great.
It's good. I was unaware that a novelization of Klon was in the works.
Yeah, and I mean, obviously we're doing this as sort of just an exercise to get you ready. But, in my line of work, what I would have probably had you do right before this is chug a whole thing of water.
Oh, yeah. I appreciate the note. Speaking from experience with Klon, I believe that Brian Funglehead's character chugs a large bottle of water almost immediately after this monologue that I read. I kind of my feelings are very hurt, Bryson, that
I got the stage of of events in.
Yeah. It's hurtful. I mean, you hosted the Cloniversary. I put a lot of trust in you.
Yeah, you know what? That was insensitive of me, and I apologize.
Really, really hurtful. Excuse me while I
chug some water.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm also being told that we have some local unknown art. I'd love to see it. Thank you. I need a haircut. All right. Shall we go for the next one?
Yeah, you know what? Let's go to the Andrew from Philly one.
Okay. All right, this is good. This is like a modern classic here.
And this was probably already going to be your approach. I was just going to say as dramatic as possible. I feel as though the source material deserves it.
Yeah, we're not necessarily going for accuracy of the performance that made this famous. This is more just instilling or I'm going to say distilling the message of the writing.
Yeah, I mean, this has been picked up for a novelization, and I think to just get yourself in the right headspace, it's like we're looking for the like Sir Ian McKellen esque dramatic reading of this. Not to say that you necessarily do that voice, but just to get you in the right performance.
We can all agree
headspace.
that Ian McKellen is one of the finest actors, and his technique and commitment to the craft of delivering the words that his writers provide him is what we are emulating here.
All right, so you let me know when you're ready.
I'm ready.
And in 3, 2, 1.
Very well. Where do I begin? My father was a relentlessly self-improving boulangerie owner from Belgium with low-grade narcolepsy and a penchant for buggery. My mother was a 15-year-old French prostitute named Chloe with webbed feet. My father would womanize. He would drink. He would make outrageous claims like he invented the question mark. Sometimes he would accuse chestnuts of being lazy, the sort of general malaise that only the genius possess and the insane lament. My childhood was typical. Summers in Rangoon, luge lessons. In the spring, we'd make meat helmets. When I was insolent, I was placed in a burlap bag and beaten with reeds. Pretty standard, really. At the age of 12, I received my first scribe. At the age of 14, Zoroastrian named Vilma ritualistically shaved my testicles. There is really nothing like a shorn scrotum. It's breathtaking. I suggest you try it.
Okay.
That, of course, is Dr. Evil's origin story from the first Austin Powers.
I think we got that one.
I feel good about that one.
Let's go ahead and just keep going down the list from the Andrew from Philly one.
Okay, very good.
So
Wow, okay.
Dermit's submitted this next reading.
Got it.
And, Riley, have fun with this one. I'm not going to give you any notes beforehand. I want to hear your interpretation.
Okay.
All right. And in 3, 2, 1.
1 star. Do not buy this book. You can see the ending right on the cover. April 19th, 2012, by Pac-Man. This review is from Where is Baby's Belly Button? A Lift the Flap book, board book. This book is completely misleading. The entire plot revolves around finding baby's belly button. The title makes this much clearer from the beginning. However, there is no mystery. There is no twist. The baby's belly button is right where it's supposed to be, on baby's stomach. Right where it clearly shows you it is on the cover of the book. This plot is a complete mess as a result of its reliance on the mystery of where the belly button is. Everything falls apart the second you realize that the belly button was in plain sight all along. There is no conflict. There's no character development, and there is scarcely any plot. Whoever wrote this book must have a serious error in judgment, because you would have to be an infant to not immediately understand where baby's belly button is. This is one of the worst pieces of literature I have ever read.
Great. Perfect. Andy Blandy in the chat is asking if we could get a couple more reads of just belly button. Could we do some pickups on just saying the word belly button over and over?
Okay.
And you know what? We'll just record you just exhaust belly button, okay?
Yes.
All right. And in 3, 2, 1.
Belly button. 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 Bryson, how are we doing?
Just 3 more. I need first if you could give me one as mankind.
Yep. Belly. Oh, sorry. Have a nice day. Okay. Belly button.
Then Cactus Jack.
Okay. Belly button.
That was actually shockingly good. Then finally, Dude Love.
Ooh, belly button.
Great. I think there's something in there that we can use, most
Okay.
certainly.
Cool. I'm proud of that Cactus Jack one.
Did you catch yourself off guard with that Cactus Jack one?
Yeah, I went to a different place.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm glad we're on the same page there.
I mean, because you're in that zone, did you want to do a pickup of maybe the last paragraph of the McFoley?
No.
Perfect. All right, let's go to the next reading.
Okay. This is, do you want to let me know which one we should go to?
Let's go to just the next one on the line, Purple Hat.
Very good. Thanks, Purple Hat. Wow, what is this? Okay. Any notes?
I don't know if it's coming up weird for you. It was zoomed in for me. Okay, now I've adjusted it.
The first word is from, the last word
Yeah.
is available.
Yeah.
Okay.
Perfect. No, I think let's just go ahead and give this a cold reading. I might stop you midway if we receive any producer's notes from the chat.
Okay.
If that sounds all right.
Yeah.
All right. You ready?
Yes.
And in 3, 2, 1.
From Baby Take a Bow to Curly Top and Heidi, America's favorite little darling, Shirley Temple, has been entertaining us for generations, and now, through this exclusive TV offer, you can experience the most comprehensive DVD of one of the brightest stars in film history. But you haven't Shirley until you've seen her brilliantly restored in black and white and in color. Presenting the Shirley Temple Little Darling DVD collection. 18 timeless films packed with hours of her unforgettable singing, spectacular dancing, and pure wholesome fun the entire family will enjoy together. These classic Shirley Temple films have stood the test of time, and you'll cherish sharing these heartwarming adventures again and again with your friends and family. Bring home the magic of Shirley Temple with the new Shirley Temple Little Darling DVD collection. 18 classic family films beautifully restored in black and white and in color for just 2 payments of $24.99. Call now and receive this collectible photo. Call now and receive this collectible photo of Shirley Temple absolutely free your paid order. This collection is not sold in stores and only available through this exclusive TV offer. If these priceless movies could lift a nation during the worst of times, imagine what they could do for you and your family today. Tales of innocence, friendship, courage, hope, and love. And now, you can enjoy the original black and white and the beautifully restored colored versions. And now, you can enjoy the original black and white and the beautifully restored color versions all in one amazing DVD collection at the most incredible price. These films have been digitally restored and remastered to preserve their integrity and quality. This is a limited time offer, so don't miss your opportunity to own the most complete Shirley Temple DVD collection ever. Call now to order your special edition Shirley Temple DVD. Call now to order your special edition Shirley Temple Little Darling DVD collection. 18 classic in black and white and in color. Plus this collectible Shirley Temple photo, all for just 2 payments of $24.99 plus $5.95 shipping and handling. This offer is not sold in stores, so call now. Rush delivery available. I made a big fuck up and now I feel like I'm going to get canceled.
What was your fuck up?
I said the word colored instead of color.
To be fair, the sides that you were reading from had some grammatical inconsistencies.
Yes. It did throw me off a little bit.
But I thought you did really great. And I mean, if anything, the reason I didn't step in with any notes is that I thought that you were hitting the tone really well.
Thank you.
And I think you should maybe open up your prospects to even infomercial work.
I love infomercials. You can just watch them forever. They just keep going. Maybe we should do... Okay. If audiobook narration doesn't work out, we'll do a 2-hour infomercial.
Okay.
And that'll I don't know how that'll shoot me into the stratosphere, but that will.
Riley, real quick, Dot in the chat has offered up, I'm putting it in the private chat, a link to the lyrics to Animal Crackers in My Soup by Shirley Temple. Just as a follow-up to this reading, let's just get a quick reading of Animal Crackers in My Soup.
Okay. This is... I want to appreciate... wait a minute. This is unbelievable. Wait, so this was Dot who sent this in?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Dot. Thank you. Big appreciation to Dot. This is the genius.com annotated lyrics to Animal Crackers in My Soup. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to read the lyrics and then we'll
Oh, no.
and then we'll take a look at the annotations.
Oh, no.
Because they're good. Okay. Here we go. Let's start with Animal Crackers by Shirley Temple.
Okay, and in 3, 2, 1.
Animal crackers in my soup. My mother said, wait, what the? Hold on. I'm sorry. I gotta stop. What is going on here? I don't think this is the start of the song. Is it? Okay, okay. Well, fuck it. Let's try it. Okay? I'm ready.
3, 2, 1.
Shirley Temple, miscellaneous. Animal crackers in my soup. My mother said, "My little pet, you ought to learn the alphabet." So in my soup, I used to get all the letters of the alphabet. I learned them all from A to Z, and now my mother's giving me animal crackers in my soup. Monkeys and rabbits loop the loop. Gosh, oh gee, but I have fun swallowing animals one by one. In every bowl of soup I see lions and tigers watching me. I may 'em jump right through a hoop. Those animal crackers in my soup. When I get hold of the big bad wolf, I push him under to drown. Wow. Then I bite him in a million bits and I gobble him right down. When they're inside me where it's dark, I walk around like Noah's Ark. I stuff my tummy like a goop with animal crackers in my soup. Okay. Couple things I gotta. First of all, this song mentions goop. So Shirley Temple, you're all right with me. I happen to have some goop right here. I wasn't gonna make this part of the show today, but we gotta celebrate goop every chance we get. This makes me so happy. That's a good one. That's what we were looking for. Oh. All right. Happy Halloween, everybody. Okay, let's take a look at the annotations for this song, okay? For the line, "Animal crackers in my soup," James Smith 03 writes, "Animal crackers refers to crack cocaine that was popular in the early 20th century, while soup refers to Temple's body, where she would put cocaine on the regular." This received 2 upvotes. For the line, "My little pet, you ought to learn the alphabet," James Smith 03 writes, "Temple is referring to her sugar daddy, who provides her with all the money she wants, but is too stupid to know the alphabet." I don't like that one. Wasn't as funny. For the line, "Gosh, oh gee, but I have fun swallowing animals one by one," James Smith writes, "Do I need to explain this one?" I'm glad that he kept it restrained there. And yeah, that's all. That wasn't as funny as I thought it was going to be. Cool. Thanks, James Smith 03. What's next? How we got a Bryson? Do we have a? Oh, I'm a little lost here. We got
from Duodab.
Oh, Duodab. Okay. Okay. Any notes?
I think maybe just give this one your all. I don't know if you're familiar with the source material. I'm not. But I would say let's let this one come from as deep of a well as you can possibly muster.
Okay. A couple days ago, I posted an Instagram story of myself doing an impression of Matthew McConaughey, doing an impression of Cornholio, because I thought I looked like a little bit like Matthew McConaughey with my longer hair. I think I'm gonna take your note, but I'm also gonna do Matthew McConaughey as Cornholio.
Great. I think that fulfills my note. And Duodab is also in the chat, and they're saying, "Oh, I meant to say play with the emotion behind it," which I think is a really good note for a cold reading.
It is. I concur. Thanks for being here, Duo Dab. All right.
All right. If you're ready, 3, 2, 1.
My name is John Crichton, an astronaut. Radiation wave hit and I got shot through a wormhole. Now I'm lost in some distant part of the universe on a ship. Living ship full of strange alien life forms. Help me. Listen, please. If there's anybody out there who can help me, I'm being hunted by an insane military commander. Doing everything I can. I'm just looking for a way home. Back to Lake Titicaca.
Good. I'm glad you had fun with it.
I did.
Duodab saying as long as one other person got this. Great people, big Farscape fans.
Farscape. Oh, it says right in a tab here. Farscape. Farscape.png. Farscape. Farscape. Is that good? Is that a show or a movie?
Sure.
Okay.
We got another one from Susie.
Susie. Okay, this is... What is this? Okay. All right, I think I'm just going to jump into this.
Okay. We could even potentially end on this if you'd like.
Yeah, I think this has been a good, productive, transformative episode of Googy Morning.
Mm-hmm. I don't know if this was for our previous reading or not, but we are trash people say more like Yoda than the Muppets. I don't know.
Wait, they want a Yoda reading?
I don't know. I don't know if that's a Farscape related thing. That was a description of the characters in Farscape. Okay, so it wasn't related to this. But if you whatever you want to incorporate, Riley, I think you've had to meet our notes for a while, so I want you to just have complete freedom with this one. I want you to be loose. Any exercise that you can do beforehand to get you really loose, and just send it to the fences on this one.
It helps to relax the jaw. Okay. Yeah, I think this deserves a Yoda reading. Why not? Why not?
Okay. You ready?
This won't infringe on George Lucas talk show too much. I hope not. All right. What is this? Okay. Yeah, here we go.
All right. 3, 2, 1.
Real emo. Real emo only consists of the DC emotional hardcore scene and the late 90s screamo scene. What is known by Midwest emo is nothing but alternative rock with questionable real emo influence. When people try to argue that bands like My Chemical Romance are not real emo, while saying that Sunny Day Real Estate is, I can't help not to cringe, because they are just as fake emos as My Chemical Romance plus the pretentiousness. Real emo sounds energetic, powerful, and somewhat hateful. Fake emo is weak, self-pity, and a failed attempt to direct energy and emotion into music. Some examples of real emo are Page 99, Rites of Spring, Cap'n Jazz, the only real emo band from the Midwest scene, and Loma Prieta. Some examples of fake emo are American Football, My Chemical Romance, and Mineral. Emo belongs to hardcore, not to indie, pop punk, alt rock, or any other mainstream genre.
Great. If I could have you take that last all caps section, and if I could have you just give it a Miss Piggy.
Okay.
And in 3, 2, 1.
Bryson, can you give me a Miss Piggy to remind me what Miss Piggy sounds like?
I mean, basically exactly what you were just doing. Just.
Okay, I got it. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. You count me in, please.
Also, hello, friend of the show, Colt Cabana, in the chat.
Hey, Cole Cabana.
You ready, Riley?
I am ready. Yeah.
2, 1.
Oh, Kermie! Emo belongs to hardcore, not to indie, pop punk, alt rock, or any.
What the? Something's okay.
Oh, Kermie! Emo belongs to hardcore, not to indie, pop punk, alt rock, or to any other mainstream genre.
That was really hard.
I think you did it, and I think that your hook to get into it worked really well.
Thank you. I needed that. Man. Damn.
Riley, I want to thank you so much for coming in today.
Wait, Local Unknown has more art, I'm seeing.
Yeah, we can bring that up. I just wanted to put a pin in the readings part of this and say thank you for allowing us to record you for these.
Couldn't have done it without you, Bryson. Couldn't have done it with everyone at Planet Scum, and that includes everyone watching and chatting and submitting. The show wouldn't have been as transformative for my life if all of you hadn't gotten so creative and generous with your time to send me some stuff. Thank you. Yeah, buddy. I'm just lost in my own eyes right now. Now with haircut. Oh my God, it's very strange. All right. Okay. So with that all taken care of, we're going to wind down for today, but I want to remind everyone of a few important things. As you know, next Saturday is October 31st. Ooh, even just saying the date chills my bones. It's Halloween time, baby. Come dressed to scare or just to entertain. But yeah, if you got a Halloween costume, don't know where to go to show it off, trick or treat with me. We're doing some Halloween fun time on Googy Morning. I'll be happy to welcome you to my haunted mansion. Yeah, it's a Halloween party for us for the morning. And you have a Halloween party later. I don't care. Oh yeah. If you need a COVID mask that's a little stupid, makes you laugh, makes someone else laugh, I recommend the 100% recycled underwear COVID mask. I recommend getting the gator, not the loopy mask. It's available at tinyurl.com/dumbmask. Dumbask. Listen to the You're Missing Out podcast. Listen to my episode with Charlie Chaplin's Modern Times to hear me talk about clowns and industrialism and all that good stuff. And if you can contribute to the show, we got incentives. We got postcards, stickers, and little personalized songs I will write and send to you and sing to you. You want a lullaby? You need a little pump up song to get you all pumped up before your your track and field event, you can suggest, if you know, send me a suggestion for the subject matter of the song, and I will honor that. And yeah, I think that's it. I think that's the show. I thank you everyone for watching. Thank you everyone for being here. Thank you for participating. Thank you for contributing. Thank you for sending me stuff to read. I'm gonna be. Oh, we forgot one thing. I don't even think we really needed it, but I have this cardboard box with some foam. I should probably take like the crinkly plastic off of this. But this is probably like good professional quality soundproofing right here. I can't really move my head at all. Whatever. Oh, damn. Well, it's a hot one. Remember that when I did Rob Thomas, Smooth? Okay. Thank you. Yeah, that's the show. I appreciate you. See you next time on Halloween. Ooh, Halloween. Come wearing a costume. Come join the show. Read a book. Listen to an audiobook. Bye-bye for now.